Welcome back to All This Math. This is Professor Parker, and today I got my Virginia State University hoodie on. I ain't wore this in a while. I bought this hoodie a while back after I was studying a brother named John Mercer Langston. John Mercer Langston was actually, he was the president of Virginia State University at one point in the, I want to say in the 19th century. He also was the first dean of Howard's Law School. He was also the first dean of Howard's Law School. And I think he became the president of Virginia State University subsequent to that, or maybe it was flip-flopped. Maybe he was the president of Virginia State initially. I'm not really sure. I need to do my own research and remind myself of that. But I definitely recommend you do some research on Virginia State University. I'm not sure what city it's in. I want to say Richmond, but it might not be in Richmond. I might be wrong. Again, that's some more research that I need to do. All right, but definitely look into John Mercer Langston. One of the reasons I developed an appreciation for John Mercer Langston, and I ordered a few books on the brother after learning about him, was because he was actually free. He was a mulatto. And actually his father, who was a white man, actually left him some money in his will. And he was living up in Cincinnati. He left the South and relocated to Cincinnati, I want to say. And he decided to become an abolitionist and help enslaved Africans become free. And I had a lot of respect for that, because I'm like, he ain't had to do that. You know, here it is. He had money. You know, it's the 19th century. He could have just minded his business, you know, lived his mulatto life and just, kept it moving. But he decided to put in the work to try to free his brothers and sisters that were still in shackles and chains. And I just appreciated that. So, yeah. As this reminds me, I need to go get back into some of the books on John Mercer Langston myself as well. But anyway, let's get into some addition with regrouping. We're dealing with 3-digit numbers. First example, 442 plus 828. Second example, 137 plus 549. I'm going to do each of these problems 2 different ways. I'm going to just add straight up and down with carrying, right? When we say regrouping, right? Regrouping, when we deal with subtraction, we can also refer to that as borrowing. When we deal with addition, we can refer to it as carrying, right? We carry the one, into the next column. So let's get into it. We start in the ones place, right? This is 2 plus 8. So 2 plus 8 gives us 10. But of course, 10, there are no ones with 10. There are no ones in the number 10, right? There's just a 10. So we put a 0 right here, and we carry the 1. That 1 represents 10, right? So essentially, we're putting nothing in the ones place, all right? And we put the 10, which is represented by the digit 1, into the tens place. So in the tens place, we're adding up how many tens we have. And think about it like this. Think of it like a cash register. This is one way that I like to think about it. This is my drawer. This is my slot for $1 bills, $10 bills, $100 bills. $100 bills, $10 bills, $1 bills. $100 bills with that racist slaveholder Ben Franklin on it. $10 bills, Alexander Hamilton. I don't know too much about him. He's somebody I need to research a little further, but I definitely know something about the $1 bill, which has that racist slaveholder George Washington on it. So yeah. So anyway, a little history mixed in with the math, hystematics. All right. So we got 2 plus 8, which gives us 10. So that's 0 ones. And now how many tens we got? We got 1 plus 4, that's 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. That's 7 tens. So we're going to put a 7 right here. And then we go to the hundreds place. How many hundreds we got? We got 4 and we got 8. That gives us 12. That's 12 hundreds. So that's just put the 12 there. So that's 1,270. Now, if I expand each of these numbers, right? If I expand each of these numbers, you got 400 plus 40 plus 2. Then we got 800 plus 20 plus 8, right? So now we're doing the same thing. 2 plus 8 is going to be 10, right? We don't really need to carry anything. when we do addition in expanded form, we expand the numbers, right? 442, 828, 40 plus 20 gives us 60, and 400 plus 800 gives us 1200. So we do 1200 plus 60 plus 10, which is 1270. See, we get the same thing, but with this method, you kind of have a better visual. It's like almost like zooming out. You kind of like zoom out on this, and it looks like that, right? So think of it. You zoom out on this, and it looks like that, all right? And we get the same number, all right? So now let's do number 2. 137 plus 549, 7 plus 9. We need to know our addition facts. 7 plus 9 is 16. But using this method, right, not the expanded method, using this method, we just put ones in the ones column, we put tens in the tens column, and hundreds in the hundreds column. So if 7 plus 9 is 16, that means we got 10 and we got 6, right? We got 10 and we got 6. So we put the ones in the ones column. So we put the 6 under the 9 because that's how many ones we got in the number 16. And we take the 10 from 16 and we put it in the tens column. All right, because remember, it's like a cash register, like a cash drawer, right? We got ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. All the ones, we keep everything organized, right? What did AZ say back in the day? Put the Washingtons in the, or Washingtons go to wifey or something. Put the grants in the safe because we spending the Jacksons. Is that what he said? Right? It's kind of like that. You kind of organize your numbers, right? You organize your numbers according to place value. You got ones, then you got tens, then you got hundreds. So then 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. That's how many tens you got. You got 8 of them, right? And then you got 1 plus 5, which is 6. That's how many hundreds you got. You got 6 of them. So 686 is our final answer, 686. Now let's show that. Again, let's zoom out and write these numbers in expanded form. So we got 100 plus 30 plus 7. Then we got 500 plus 40 plus 9, right? 7 plus 9. I don't need to, now when it's in expanded form, I don't need to carry the 1, right? I don't need to carry the 1. That's the way we learned it. That's the traditional method, right? The traditional algorithm for addition with carrying or regrouping. We'll carry the 1, the carry the 1 method. I don't need to do that when it's in its expanded form, right? In expanded form, I don't need to carry anything because even though this is the ones place, technically, I can just write the sum of these two numbers, right? Write the entire sum, all right? So 7 and 9, we know our addition facts. We know that's 16. 30 and 40, that's 70. 100 and 500, that's 600. So 670 and 16. 670 is 670. 670 plus 10 is 680. Plus 6 is 686. So we got 686 either way. All right. So that's addition with regrouping. Okay. So, and again, like I recommend practicing the traditional algorithm. All right. Think about it as a cash register. Think about it as a cash register. $1 bills, $10 bills, $100 bills. $1 bills, $10 bills, $100 bills. $1 bills, $10 bills, $100 bills. All right. But also be familiar with putting the numbers into expanded form by place value. 137, 549. You know, be aware of how to do that. And yeah, and go get practice because I showed you how to do it, but definitely go get some practice. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.